Welcome back to the worst episode ever. The show where I dive headfirst into the IMDb dumpster to uncover the bottom of the barrel episodes of beloved TV series. Yeah, today I am going up to Waltons Mountain. That's right, the warm, wholesome Depression-era family drama, The Waltons. They've got a stinker in the attic. Yeah, and I'm airing it out. I can explain. Paul here. I'm an actor and former radio host. All right, now look, usually this is the part where I say I might not personally think this is the worst Waltons episode ever, but this time, I might agree. Yeah, and according to IMDb voters, that's you, me, and, everyone with a login and way too much time, this episode is in the very bottom of the entire series, 5.3 rating. Ouch. Today I'm talking about Season 9, Episode 10, The Tempest. Let's do this thing. Now, The Waltons is one of those shows that, basically comfort food in TV form. Big family, lots of hugs. Someone's always learning a valuable lesson. Occasionally, someone gets a cold, and, it's the biggest plot point of the week. Good night, John Boy. Yeah, you know the drill. But The Tempest? Oh, boy. This one tried to shake things up, and let's just say it stirred the pot a little too hard without putting on the lid. Oh, yeah, Grandma knows what I'm talking about. So, the plot? Well, the main plot centers around Mary Ellen, who discovers that her supposedly dead husband, Kurt, is alive. Yeah, alive. In Florida, running a fancy medical clinic, and apparently just forgot to mention that he was still breathing. Small detail. So what does Mary Ellen do? She hops on a bus, the nice red one, and goes to confront him. Naturally. When she finds him, she's all like, oh, hey, yeah, about that. And he said, I faked my death in the war, totally started a new life, my bad. Meanwhile, Mary Ellen is understandably shook. She's moved on. She's engaged to Jonesy now, yeah. And then here's her undead husband acting like he just missed a phone call. By the end of the episode, Mary Ellen decides to stick with Jonesy. Yes, Jonesy. You know, that guy who was from Designing Women later? All right, anyway, Kurt hints that because of war injuries, he can no longer make love. Okay, that's too much information. So anyway, he goes back to his new Florida life with his new girlfriend, no hard feelings. And Mary Ellen goes home to the mountain and never talks about it again. Right. All right, and there's a whole side plot about Aaron and Jonesy going to work for JD. Anyway, before I get into why this episode may have landed so hard in the ratings basement, you know what's coming. Yeah. Hey, please hit that notification bell, like, share the video, please. All right, so why did fans hate The Tempest so much? Do I even need to speculate here? No, but I will. Someone has to say it, right? First, they used a different actor. I mean, look at these two. When shows bring back someone from the dead, which they do on occasion, it's usually because they want that actor back on the show, but not here. You know, speaking of that, I hated the fake John Boy, but I understood their thinking there. They needed a John Boy. Anyway, secondly, Kurt faking his death off-screen is a wild move. Fans felt blindsided. There's almost no emotional payoff either. It's like a forgotten side quest suddenly reactivated itself and then immediately closed. Third, character whiplash. Mary Ellen, who's one of the most stable and emotionally mature characters by this time in the series, gets thrown into this melodramatic love triangle and then just brushes it off. You know, people wanted depth. Instead, we got a Lifetime movie subplot wedged into a 45-minute episode. Yeah, I can make fun of Lifetime movies. I've been in several. And finally, closure, or rather lack thereof. Kurt walks away with barely a slap on the wrist, and the family barely bats an eye. He has a son back on Waltons Mountain. And no one's like, hey, maybe let's unpack the psychological trauma here. No, it's just pass the mashed potatoes and move on. Which, by the way, does actually cure a lot of things, but not this. I get it. Even the best shows stumble sometimes. Maybe The Tempest was an experiment that didn't land. What do you think? Did you like The Tempest? Did it deserve to be in the IMDb basement? Or is it a misunderstood classic in disguise? Let me know in the comments, please. Oh, and don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that little bell so you never miss another trip through TV's biggest belly flops. I'll be back next week with another contender for the worst episode ever. Yeah. Good night, fake John Boy.